back in the lab, and today we're talking about Atterberg limits. I get this question all the time. Someone's asked me for the Atterbergs. What are Atterberg limits? So Atterberg limits are critical water contents of fine-grained soils. So simply, they're important thresholds where soil acts a certain way. In 1911, they were defined by a Swedish scientist named Albert Atterberg. And then a few years after that, another name synonymous with soil mechanics, Arthur Casagrande, might have heard of the Casagrande cup method. So he helped to standardize the test methods a few years after Atterberg defined them.
Those critical water contents that I just mentioned correspond to the shrinkage limit, plastic limit, and liquid limit of a soil. Depending on the water content, the soil may appear in one of four states: solid, semi-solid, plastic, or liquid. So we got the Casagrande cup out and ready to do our liquid limit test. So the first thing, Mary, you're going to do is what? We're going to check the height.
Check the height, calibrate, and make sure this is the drop is from the right height.
And the grooving tool on the back of it has got the proper height.
Yeah.
Now we're going to mix up some soil, right? We're going to make a paste, so we have some dry soil that's prepped. We already passed it through a 4-mesh to make sure we have the all the rocks, everything.
Yeah. To it. I'm sorry. Kind of stages, and you just kind of want to make not really a slurry, but paste. You don't want to get it too
Making
wet.
Play-Doh, right?
Yeah, basically
So we're
making
Play-Doh
Play-Doh
today with Atterberg limit tests. And then you're just removing that excess there.
Yeah.
And once you're close, you do like one more to kind of smooth it off.
Yeah, I do.
Before we're going to put a groove right down the middle, and while you're doing that, the grooving tool is directional. You can see a bit of a taper, so he's going to kind of do that. It's directional.
Yeah.
So the grooving tool serves many purposes. Grooving, we checked the height earlier, and this is going to be the 1/2-inch gap. We're going to look to close that. Once that gap closes the 1/2 inch, that's where.
That's where you know you have the right amount.
The right moisture content.
Yeah, the right moisture content. So, and depends on the soil, but sometimes you got to do this in like stages rather than taking one quick one. But the soil's pretty good. So that's the groove right there.
There's a groove. So we got kind of an automated one, which is nice. It'll go for us. It's going to count for us. There's definitely cups out there that have a little crank, and you just got to count.
Yeah. So from overhead, and this is kind of a guessing game with the moisture. I want to look between 25 and 35 blows for this first one, and we're a little on the dry side, I think.
And you know that because that gap hasn't quite closed. It hasn't quite flowed like we want.
Yeah, so I'm just going to stop it, but I'm gonna go back to the sample here and add a little water to it. So just a couple sprays, get that incorporated into it. Start us off as a peanut butter consistency, and then probably finishes as I guess an icing, you know.
I was thinking icing too.
Yeah. Let's do another groove. Off the counter. I like that.
So now that we're close, we're gonna grab the rubber spatula. We'll use the metal one.
I use the metal one, yeah.
And we're gonna see what moisture content it is, right?
I'm gonna take a sample out. Usually take it right here where it crossed over, and I will put some in a tiered cup, and then I will get a weight on that, and the cup's numbered. Put that in the oven. I will record that, and I will record how many drops it took.
And even though we've got one right here, we've got a more accurate balance over there, so we'll get a couple of decimal points over there, kind of off screen. Then we're going to throw it in a 105 overnight, and we'll check the final weight in the morning. So we just wrapped up the liquid limit test and got things set up to do the plastic limit, and this is one of my favorites because it's almost like we're playing with Play-Doh, right, Mario? So
Yeah.
we're gonna once again do it in triplicate. That's why we got 3 balls. We're going to roll out each of these into an 1/8 inch ribbon, and just like our grooving tool had multiple purposes, we know that an 1/8 inch is just about the diameter of this pin here. So that's kind of a little check that you can use, but Mario, from doing this for years, I think you kind of know right where it's going to be.
Basically, I just kind of roll these out until you cannot.
Once it starts to crumble, right?
Yeah, until it crumbles.
And if it crumbles when it's thicker than that pin, thicker than 1/8 inch, then we know it's too dry, right? And if it starts to crumble when it's even thinner, we know it's too wet, because moisture kind of lubricates things, helps to draw out that ribbon. See, it's starting to crumble.
It's crumbling, it's not as cohesive.
Not quite as cohesive, so we're getting very close to that 1/8 inch right there.
Probably it there. See how it's kind of crumbling? That one's, so we're probably